Hello everyone, welcome back to the Steel Donut Collective. This is Blake here, and I have Connor,
Hello there.
Bob,
Hey, how's it going?
and Miggity Matt Rocks.
That's me. Doot, it's Trucks, baby.
Exactly. And we're here to read a story called Don't Breath.
Woo.
Don't do it, guys. Don't breath.
Hang on.
Now this story is...
He's stopping himself from breathing.
I'm
you don't
stopping
have to
myself
stop breathing.
Oh, that's right. I just have to
You
stop
gotta
myself
stop
from
breathing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Heavens forbid.
Now this story is actually a little bit special because we first encountered it, we fell in love with it. It's a fantastic story in the sense that it's terrible. But it actually got taken down, and it was like, oh no. Fortunately, we were smart enough to screencap it. Yeah, Matt saved us all.
Of it, put it on my imgur or whatever, and forgot about it until recently. I was looking through it and I was like, oh shit, still have that screen caption. The whole thing.
So now you will feast upon the majesty that is Don't Breath. That was a terrible way to put that. But let's go ahead and start reading it.
Alright. Don't Breath by Coolest Bros. XX.
Or Coolest
Yeah,
Bros.
You
Yeah.
see,
The
it's really
coolest.
depressing. They actually live in poverty. They couldn't afford to put the other X's on the left part of their name.
Like they couldn't afford to put the E on breathe, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're too poor. It's sad.
They wanted to buy a vowel, but they couldn't.
Yeah, they couldn't buy a vowel. Yeah, exactly.
Right. School had just let out, and being a junior in high school, it meant that I was almost done.
Good.
Just
Good
one more year. Just one more.
Just one small smile.
The bus slowly stopped, and the little bits of chatter from the leftover kids on the bus died down as I got off.
What?
She lives in poverty. I mean, leftover kids.
Yeah,
That's so depressing.
It-
she
No,
had her
it's-
afternoon snack.
It's just little bits of chatter too. Like I don't even have the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be-
it
be
sounded
my-
more like skin flopping off the seat and hitting the floor.
Be my home. Be my casa.
When the bus drove away, I smiled and began the 2-minute walk down the street.
I timed it.
After the 2 minutes passed, I was relived when I saw my house.
I live.
I died on the bus as well,
again.
but I came back to life.
Dude.
Well, no, you see,
She
she had
stopped
just.
breathing.
Yeah.
You see, she just learned about Zeno's paradox, and she was afraid it would come true.
Oh, yeah.
She'd never make it.
Oh no.
The
She's
perfect,
like, I live again.
Oh. the perfect dark Victorian-styled home surrounded by other brighter homes.
What?
Period.
That's
The perfect
great
dark.
punctuation.
The house matched me perfectly.
Where was the
Oh,
herb?
you're a perfectly dark Victorian-styled person.
Yeah,
I
and
was
she had other
tired of-
brighter homes around her all the time.
Other brighter people around.
Yeah.
The leftover kids.
Yeah, the leftovers.
I was tired of the unpleasant heat of the summer sun and the humidity. Which made me
Unnecessary.
just like my house. Okay.
She's going to school in the summer?
Yeah.
No, I guess she just got let out.
Yeah.
No,
From school
no,
for the summer.
she goes to one of those trendy year-round schools.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
nice.
She's about to start the fourth quarter of her school year. I walked up onto the old porch and swing the black door open, and I
That's
ran into the
racist.
house, throwing my book bag next to the
Oh.
stairs as I start
my
to run
God.
up the steps to my room, swiftly
Pull out.
landing on my bed.
So she past tensed and then present tensed for a while.
Yeah.
And during
Gotta switch it up.
while she was present tensing, let's say,
she-
she swings open the door, runs into the house, throws the book bag, runs up the stairs, and lands on the bed.
Yeah, I
All-
guess she
all in
rides,
one
I
go.
guess she rides her bed back up the stairs.
Yeah. So she runs in.
Yeah.
And I guess she's kind of like luge teams, and
Yeah.
she's pushing the bed along.
Yeah.
Right, and then she hops on and rides it up the stairs
Yeah.
into her room.
I'm
As
just,
she throws her book bag.
Yeah, she's tossing it from the bed.
I think this is the very first time that I've ever seen the sentence start in past tense and then continue to present tense.
Yeah, it
Well,
caught
then
up
go
to
to
the
the
present.
future.
Because she's so fast.
It's gonna be
She's
future
running.
tense by the end of the paragraph.
Yeah, the story's moving along so fast it's gonna go faster than time itself.
After
and-
I'm
yeah, goes
landing on my bed, I will turn the TV
Yeah,
on.
I will
Yeah.
turn it off.
I look around my room. Nothing has changed.
Oh,
Shit.
like does she expect
Shit.
things to have changed?
Damn it.
My parents didn't throw everything outside of my room today. Wow.
My dark-themed room had stayed the same.
Exactly. She's like
Who
surprised
themes the room
about
after
this.
dark?
Just paint the
Not
walls
even darkness.
black, you know?
Just the
Oh, man.
adjective dark.
I slide off my bed and walk over to the mirror looking at the unusually smiling and happy me.
Oh, that's
I'm
pretty.
usually too
I'm usually too
dark and edgy.
Yeah,
to-
Yeah, I was gonna
Cut
say
my life
now
into pieces.
Hell, that's what I call edgy.
yeah. My too straight hair framed my face, and my brown eyes stared back at me.
Your hair is too straight?
Yeah.
What is too straight?
You know how you normally...
How do you go straighter than 180
Your hair
degree
has
angle?
to curve, you know, because of your head, but it just literally juts out in a straight line.
Oh, so
No,
she's
no,
got
no.
anime hair?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I was about to say, like, normally your hair curves to go around your face, but here it just juts down
Oh,
through her skull.
You know what?
Yeah.
Oh.
She's got the haircut the Slim Jim guy had.
Oh.
It just sticks straight up.
Straight up.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
too
Or
straight.
maybe it's like literally like as though she's touching like she's
Yeah,
got
one
lots
of
of
those-
static and her
Yeah.
hair's like going in straight lines away from her head.
Yeah.
I grab the remote on my dresser and sit on the edge of my bed, turning on the TV right to the news.
Oh yeah,
right
summer
there.
break. Better turn on CNN.
Yeah.
What's
I
Obama
can
up
finally
to
watch
today? I
24
gotta
hours
find
C-SPAN!
Show me what you got, Congress. Show me what you got.
I can't wait to hear this congressional hearing.
A fake pretty blonde on the screen, who was usually always too bright to me, was a bit frantic.
Was the screen
the
too
fake-
bright?
The fake pretty blonde on the screen is usually too bright to her.
Yeah.
And
So-
Coulter.
No, too bright, not too dumb. She was way too smart.
Yeah.
She was
Her
also a bit
usually
frantic.
relaxed voice was strained.
Oh, can I be the reporter? I want to be the reporter.
She wasn't breathing.
Can I be this person or
Oh,
Matt? do you
man,
wanna
I
be?
want to be the
And let me clarify that I don't think Ann Coulter's bright. I just
I'm-
think Ann
I'm
Coulter's fake
always
and
the
blonde.
reporter.
Oh yeah, you can do it.
It was so unusual for something so horrific to happen to this small community. In the town of Hanover, Pennsylvania, a murder has taken place.
Can I just say the way she worded that implies that it's not unusual for horrific things to happen to other small communities.
I can't get over the fact that she's shocked that a murder got taken place in Pennsylvania. Like she
Well, you
can't
know,
get over that.
It's like how that song goes, you know, it's not unusual to be killed by anyone.
Yeah.
In states that aren't Pennsylvania.
Right, everywhere but the town of Hanover in Pennsylvania. By the way, most people just say Hanover, Pennsylvania. You don't have to say in the town of Hanover in Pennsylvania.
Well, I thought
Well,
it was the
that's 'cause-
town
well-
of Hanover in, like, you know.
Well, she
Like
was thinking of
the town of Washington in the District of Columbia.
she was thinking of, you know, potatoes of Hanover.
Yeah.
I see.
A girl and her two friends have just been killed brutally. It's a bad.
So that's not a murder. That's 3 murders.
Yeah. I love this. I love this sentence. They were stabbed repeatedly and their blood was split on the walls.
No!
Split between the 3 of them.
Yeah.
The killer's like, okay, so we're gonna put some blood here, and then we'll have a division, and then some
Yeah.
more blood.
No,
He's like,
see,
you know,
You've got to
He's doing
equally
lines.
divide their blood up.
No,
oh
I
my
was thinking
gosh,
He took like, here's a band of girl 1's blood.
Yeah.
And then over here, girl 1's blood, here, girl 1's blood, and then girl 2's blood,
In
2's blood,
between,
2's
yeah.
blood.
I was thinking
3's blood.
he was splitting them by blood type. Like he was like
Oh, yeah.
he was
Oh,
like
yeah.
dividing
It's the-
them by
He
blood
labels
type.
them.
Yeah, he was
A-
labeling them.
Oh,
yeah, but it was
AB.
split. But it was split on the walls, so you know. I think this is just a case of an interior designer turned serial killer.
Yeah, that we've got some suspects already.
Yeah, we're starting to narrow down our search.
In the town of Hanover with like 5 people in it,
Yeah.
and not 3 of them are dead. Seems like we've got a few
There's
suspects.
one interior design company. I guess we'll be, really cracking down on them.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what?
A letter was found. In what is to believe to be the blood of the victims, the phrase "Don't breath"
Oh.
was neatly written. Police have yet to find a suspect.
Nice
Police
job,
have-
Jackie, that extra sentence.
Police have don't breath
So-
is neatly written. Police have
It's
yet to
just-
stop laughing.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say the police were heard laughing loudly. Haha! Look at this fucking
Yeah.
idiot. He can't
Look,
even
oh,
still
well,
The
breathe.
police have widened their search to anyone who dropped out of elementary school.
Yeah, he's like I guess they were killed by a 6-year-old.
You know,
Because they were killed by a fucking moron.
no, you know what I like to think? Alright, it's written in their blood, right? So he's using their blood and he gets to breath and he's trying to finish breathing and it's all dried up and he's like, fuck!
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. I already used up all their blood.
I already
Yeah, he
split
split
all
it
their
up
blood
on the walls, and it had
walls.
already dried by the time he was writing.
He's
it.
like, I should have used a smaller typeface.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, he's
You know
like,
what? Here's
Should have been more efficient with my blood writing.
yeah. And the police look at it, and they're just like, we fuck.
yeah, and the killer's like, damn it, now everyone's gonna be laughing at me.
The
Yeah.
police look at each other and they're just like, want to go to the bar?
Yeah, I guess. We'll never find this guy. He's too smart for us.
They call him the
You know, I
Babby
bet
Killer.
they're gonna get a suspect, and they're gonna give him a lie detector test, and he's gonna pass the lie detector, but then they'll give him an IQ test, and he'll get a 70, and he'll get convicted on that.
Yeah. They use, how do you spell breathe, as a question in court, and he fails
Yeah,
it.
he's like, sir, could you
Yeah.
please spell the word breathe for us?
Objection, objection.
B-R-E-A-T-H.
Is that it?
Yes, I think so.
Alright, the jury finds you guilty.
They don't even deliberate. The jury just looks at each other, and they're just like, yeah, this is a guy. They don't even leave.
Yeah, Connor, you run a pretty harsh court.
Yeah.
Alright.
You look right at the jury as a judge, and you just go, I think this is pretty cut and dry. You want to just give your sentence now? Everybody in agreement? Okay.
Yeah, it's like, I'm just going to bypass the jury and just convict this man.
Alright. She breaks away, holding an earpiece closer to her ear.
She
Oh, gross. She's the killer. She has the piece of an ear.
Jesus.
She's
She's just holding a piece of an ear.
It is now stated that another murder has happened. Just within
It has been
hours of
stated.
this on you see here, we can only ho.
Just within hours of this on you see here.
Yeah.
Oh, and guess what? One of our classic lines is coming up, actually. I forgot it was from this story.
I laugh and turn off the TV. Letter written in blood. That is suck a
You
clish.
suck a clish. I forgot that was from Don't Press.
Yeah.
What a turn of phrase. That is
Suck
suck
a
a
clish.
clish.
The origins.
I feel
of,
dirty just saying
The
that.
origins of suck a clish right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Stupid bitch probably did something to piss off a crazy ex.
And
I
then
mumbled.
her friends
Yeah.
just were
She
caught
felt-
in the crossfire.
Yeah.
And then the other person who just died.
Well, no,
Women,
the dude
am I
walked in
right?
with an AK, just started fired on her, but the other two died as well. That's
Was
why it
this
was
the
a
dude
girl
from
and her
Hatred?
friends. Yes, it was the dude from Hatred. That was my reason to explain the first murder, but the other one?
What about the other two who died?
Who knows and who cares?
That was her explanation to explain the first
Wait.
one, sure, because she didn't even listen to the second one. She just turned off the TV right then and there.
She
Look at
didn't
the
even
next
listen to
part.
The first one.
Death works in strange ways.
No,
Like-
not really.
Like, this isn't, like, she says that as if it's like this, you know, sort of whimsical circle of life thing. And it's like, no, it was a gruesome murder. Several.
4 gruesome murders.
I leave my room and walk back downstairs,
Oh,
turning
my
left, going
old
through the
favorite.
dusty old living room into the modern kitchen.
Oh, good.
You know,
good use of
something tells me, no matter how many fanfics we read, we are always going to see someone who walks downstairs.
Yeah.
Not
Am I the only
downstairs,
one who
but
feels like it's weird that our
downstairs.
house is modular? It's got a modern kitchen, but it's got an old-ass living room. In fact, it's a dusty old living room, like no one's lived there in years.
She lives in the Sims universe, so the person keeps like remodeling only certain parts of her house.
I go through the fridge and
Oh!
grab an apple.
She's like, oh my gosh, she's like Kitty Pryde.
Maybe, no,
It's like-
I was thinking maybe there's a secret passageway in there to get to the
Apple.
more modern living room.
Yeah. No, dude. No, what it is she goes through the fridge to get the apple on the other side of the fridge. Like, you know, like the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. They got to go through the wardrobe.
Yeah.
She's got to go through the
I
fridge to get the apple.
As I'm eating, I walk over to check the phone for messages. On a little pink sticky note, my mom and dad have left a note in small print.
Me and your dad are not coming over 2 weeks, you dumb bitch. We're going on a trip for work and we will be in Europe.
Oh.
We bought food for the house, but you're gonna have to fend for yourself.
Make sure to feed the house.
Yeah,
once
make
a
sure
day.
to feed the house. Any problems? Any problems? Don't be afraid to call me, dear, if you need more food for the house.
No. It's not, don't be afraid to call me, dear. It's, don't be afraid to call me, dear.
Any problems? Don't be afraid to call me, dear. Love mom.
You know what? I know you were joking when you say it like that, but these are seriously like the fucking worst parents in the world. They left on a trip to Europe and they left her a fucking sticky note.
They
didn't
gave
even
a
tell
0-day
her.
notice for their 2-week trip to Europe.
They didn't tell her
Yeah.
where in Europe they were going either. They just said
Well,
we're
to be
going
fair-
to Europe.
You know what,
To be
guys?
fair,
I've
this is set in
decided.
the Spy Kids universe.
Oh,
so,
You
yeah.
guys, I know it's kind of weird to spring this on you, but I'm taking a brief, just siesta to Asia.
Yeah, I'm actually. By the way, later today I'll be headed to Guam for the next year and a half.
Well,
Yeah.
you guys at least gave more of a notice than their parents. Sure,
Actually,
parents did.
as soon as we read the next line, I'm packing up and going to Antarctica for the next decade.
But I just can't get over what awful parents these people are. You know, my parents gave me a note like this too, and they never came back either. And then I found
But-
out later that they got arrested for child abandonment. It was really weird.
By the way, actually, by the time the viewers see this video, we will all have already left for Europa, the moon of Jupiter.
Yeah.
So there won't be any more Steel Donut videos.
Yeah,
We're
this
just done.
is the grand finale.
This is bye.
Alright.
See ya.
Yeah, don't breath.
We're not even gonna finish this video. See ya. Okay, no.
I laugh at my mom and dad's attempt to be loving.
Can you call that an attempt to be loving?
I don't think
I
that's
wouldn't.
even remotely an attempt. Also, she's laughing at her mom and dad's.
Yeah.
Not apostrophe S. She has multiple dads, which is cool.
I'm not surprised they wouldn't be home soon. That's my parents.
Oh,
Always working. I grab the phone and call my best guy friend, Nick.
why not just
Oh,
say
it's
your
Nick.
best friend?
The phone rings a few times, and then I was answered with a guy's deep voice.
Seriously, why doesn't she just say best friend? If it's Nick, either it's a dude or a chick, and you named them Nick, which is usually a dude's name, that would tell us all we need to know.
Well, she has guy friends and girlfriends,
I guess.
GFFs
And then fuck buddies.
BFFs.
No, GFFs and GFFs.
The phone rings a few times, and then I was answered with a guy's deep voice.
Was answered with.
All right, wait, deep voice.
Yeah, Blake, do it.
I think Merv Steve Eagle needs to make a comeback.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, here we go. Here we go.
Nicole, dude, have you heard about the kids? Crazy shit, right? Like, we're not that far away, This has been going on for a few months now.
Months!
Surprisingly,
This
the
was
stupid-
news earlier today, and it happened a few months ago?
No, it keeps happening, man.
Surprisingly, the stupid cops couldn't open their eyes.
Open
Oh,
their eyes
man.
to what?
Hashtag red
Don't-
pill, hashtag open your eyes sheeple.
Well, no, I was about to say, the killer is like, don't breath, but the cops are like, don't look.
Yeah.
Like, they
What
close
we
their eyes
didn't
all
read
the time.
into it was that when the news reporter's doing it, she's really just like annoyed. She's like, ugh, breaking news. We got a
What?
murder.
It said it was so
Yeah.
unusual for something
One
so
girl and
horrific
her
to
two
happen
friends.
in this
Yeah,
small
you know how
community,
this
but
goes. I
apparently
don't
it's
even need to
been
report on it
happening.
anymore.
You know,
No,
guys,
see-
that's fun fact.
No,
you
see,
that
that's just it. What you saw, what the news report we saw, that was actually the first murder that happened a few months ago. This was just a rerun of the
See,
news.
I like it's got
Yeah.
all the murders are so the same that they're just rerunning the same murder story over and over again.
Oh,
What-
and guys,
what
that's
Nicole-
why that's why the town of Hanover has such a small population.
What Nicole didn't notice was that CNN was actually running a top 10 CNN moments special.
Nice.
I bite into my red apple and nod.
Why do you
She's
nod?
still
You're
holding
on
on
the
to it.
fucking phone.
No, Matt, don't worry. She's still holding on to her green apple.
Oh.
Okay, she's got a red apple. She's been into that. The green apple's still whole.
Hey, Nick.
Yeah?
Parents aren't home, so do you want to come over later? Bring a few really good horror.
Horror what?
yeah.
School's out, and I want to start my horror fest. Death is just calling.
No, she wants him to bring over a few really good horror, like Cthulhu. He's a pretty good horror.
Oh, yeah.
Just bring over
Horrific
some
creatures
eldritch
of the
horrors,
night. Yeah.
just some of the best
Stygian
ones.
abominations.
Yeah.
I can hear him laugh on the other side of the phone.
Oh,
You crazy gothic bitch. Yeah, I'll be over. God, none of this bothers you, does it?
None of what bothers you.
what?
The murders?
I guess so.
Is that weird? I don't know.
What?
People get murdered all the time. It
Depends
doesn't
on
really
where she
bother me.
lives. Does she live in Hanover?
I mean, they never said that.
I never said that, yeah.
But even if she did...
I mean, like, if murders start popping up in Rhode Island, I wouldn't be really worried. I'm, like, hundreds of miles away.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be sad for them, but I wouldn't be worried.
I laugh. Nope. I put the phone down and look at the sun's light bounce off the red of the apple in my hand.
Wow.
People dying is normal.
What?
No
They
big
just
deal.
got to writing tip number 3. Make sure you include small description as well as large scale description to provide a more intimate feel to your scenes.
Yeah.
Also, I like how there's multiple suns. Do they live on Alderaan?
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah.
You do what you gotta do. Binary star system, bitch.
She's like, oh, mom and
Don't you mean
dad.
must go quadinary star system?
Must go quaternary star system.
She's like, I wanted to go to Tashi Station.
No, we need to keep you for another season.
Yeah.
We're going to Europe.
Besides, death is fascinating no matter how he does his job.
Stop trying to add whimsy to the murder of countless people.
Yeah, well, that's not countless.
Well,
I
I
can
mean,
count them on
look-
my hand.
Well, no, it's countless because we don't get a hard number.
Well, you know what? She is a crazy gothic bitch, so...
Yeah.
I like her friend just
You
called her
crazy
that. She's
gothic
just
bitch.
okay.
How
Like,
edgy. Yeah, well, how edgy. How interesting.
You fucking emo whore.
yeah, like, what a terrible thing to call your friend, you fucking crazy gothic bitches.
I walk into the living room after eating my apple and I jump onto the couch, throwing my legs onto the arm of the couch.
Where'd you throw your... Whoa. She throws her
She
legs.
did that all at once.
Yeah.
She doesn't throw her legs over the arm of the couch.
She just
like,
throws
after she lands on the couch. She jumps and just lands while throwing her legs.
Yeah, no, dude, she did... What was that, like, Rey Mysterio movie used to do where you jump up and kick a guy? That's what she just did.
I stretch and pull my iPhone from my pocket. The while numbers on the screen read 3:30.
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
Why can't
While
you
the
say
rest of this was happening, it's 3:30.
The while numbers?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Why
really
couldn't she
smart.
just- why
While
can't you
you're
just
doing
say
other stuff, it is
it's 3:30 p.m. Like
Yeah,
why
you
do
could have
need
just
to
said
extend
it
this?
is 3:30 or it was 3:30. The while numbers on the screen?
Yeah.
He'll be here around 10, knowing that night owl. I close my eyes and
10
turn
o'clock,
over,
so
throwing
late.
my black hair over my shoulder, and I let it land on my back, but in that short amount of time, I was already soundly asleep.
Wow!
Whoa! Narcolepsy.
Like,
Yeah,
just...
I was right up to the same thing.
This is supposed to be a line break, but instead
It's
they
a
used
bullet
the bullet
point.
point.
Yeah, it's a bullet point. I think, yeah, those are the only places those are even used. Why are they here?
I usually don't dream, but I did. It was unusual. I was alone and I was in a corner.
Redundant!
I felt my breath quicken then.
See, when I'm reading shit like this, you're right. I do fall asleep very quickly. This is...
For some strange reason beyond my control, I screamed.
Ah!
Stand in the
Who
corner
need- who
and
needs
scream
the
with
word-
me.
Who needs the word "and"? Like, I felt my breath quicken, and then for some strange reason beyond my control, I screamed. No, just
I felt my breath quicken then, for some strange reason, being like, no.
I heard
I-
Mudvayne start playing.
I just like...
Ah!
I just-
Mudvayne!
I just like, I usually don't dream, but I did. It was unusual. Like, what a redundant statement.
Yeah.
And then another line,
Line box.
line bullet point.
Yeah, line bullet.
yeah.
Hey, Nikki, wake your ass up. I went and got some really good movies. Sorry I was so late. It's like 10.
Yeah, let's Netflix and chill, bitch. You dumb gothic bitch.
I guess I'll just let you into my. I guess you just let yourself into my house.
Well, I just like
I let
that...
myself into your house earlier today.
Okay, yeah.
I just
Yeah.
like that it's 10 o'clock and he's like, it's so late at night. It's fucking 10 o'clock. Woo.
Well, I mean, he was pretty late. She told him to come over any time at 3:30, and he waited 6.5 hours to get there.
I guess that's true.
I rub my eyes, surly smudging the black eyeliner for sure.
What a
I
bad
don't
sentence.
think you know what the word surly means, but at the same time, if you meant surely, you also said for sure at the end.
Yeah.
Surely, for sure.
Yeah.
Surely you jest.
Surely you jest for sure.
I am
knew
sure,
it.
and don't call me Shirley.
I know you too well, Nick. He pats my head like a child.
Hey Raven, how's it going?
I was about to make that joke.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Derp. We've been friends forever. Come
Yeah,
on,
just
since your
call me friends.
parents aren't home, we can watch the movie on their flat screen.
We live on the internet, so I have to call Connor Derp every once in a while. You big derp?
Yeah. I get up drowsily from the couch, and we go up the stairs and past my room and my own bedroom to my parents'
What?
room.
Wait, what? Your room and
You
your
have
own
a room
bedroom?
and your bedroom?
What?
They gave her her own extra room.
Yeah.
She can do whatever with it she wants.
Yeah.
It's her, like, art studio.
I pause to open the door, and when I do, I regret it immediately.
What?
Wow.
What?
Pretty perfume punched me in the face.
Good alliteration right there.
Yeah. As I walked in with Nick behind me, the smell got stronger.
What
Oh
did
my
pausing
God.
have to do with that? She paused,
She paused.
Yeah.
and she regretted
paused to open
pausing to open the
No,
door.
no. See what it is. What it is she was hoping. Like in retrospect, she wishes she just barreled through the door.
Oh,
Like
I
the
don't
door's in her
understand
way, and
why
she
that
just
would
smacks
change
right
anything.
through it.
Yeah, there's
Man,
like a
this-
perfume corridor right in front of the door. The pure white room wanted to make me sick.
will
be sick, you
crazy gothic
bitch. It felt like I was in a mental institute.
Yeah, because mental institutes are places where they just spray perfume profusely.
and have white rooms.
Yeah.
There are no color
Nick-
in mental institutes.
Nick walks over and sets up the TV and puts the disc in the DVD player.
Who the shit sets up the TV? Was the TV not set up?
It was on the
It
floor.
was still in the box?
It was on the
Yeah.
fucking floor where it
No,
belongs.
see, his
We're
parents-
going to Europe for 2 weeks. Also, we bought you a flat screen.
No, what happened is their flat screen.
Also,
His
we
parents
bought
packed
ourselves
all their
a-
shit away. Like, they put all their shit in storage and,
Yeah.
like, they were moving out.
Yeah, they
They
just
wanted
left
to
her
take
behind.
the flat screen with them, but
Right. They
you
just
know,
packed it up, and it turns out they didn't have room on the carry-on, so they were like, okay, fuck it.
they didn't want to get charged, for extra baggage. They weren't flying Southwest.
Yeah.
I mean, they were going to Europe.
Yeah. After the movie begun to play, he jumps up
Ooh.
on the bed and pats the sicking white surface with his hand.
It's
What?
making her sick. It's making her sick, so it's sicking.
Sicking. That's an accept.
The
You just
white
took a noun,
surface?
turned it
Like-
into a present progressive verb.
You know what they're
did
saying?
someone-
Nauseous?
Weird's language.
Nauseous? Like, what is nauseous? I don't even know.
I smile and join him. The movie followed the same steps every horror movie followed.
Then you haven't
Oh, yeah,
watched
give us these
enough
steps.
horror movies.
You have the group of friends, then
You
they
definitely
go,
haven't watched enough horror
Then
movies.
they go to some party or something where they get stuck, and next thing you know, there's a killer.
Ah.
Man, I remember
It's
the
their
time I
killer.
watched. I
They have a
remember,
killer.
I remember the time I watched Saw, and like all those people go to the party.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then they-
exactly.
I remember
Yeah.
the time I watched Psycho and all those people go to the party.
I enjoy the movie making a mental timeline of when things are going to happen and the death. The one
Oh,
death.
the one.
Stop.
Yeah, just
What?
one.
Can you run me through what that fucking sentence means?
Uh,
So she's watching a movie,
Uh-huh.
and instead of just enjoying the movie by watching it, she's sitting there making a timeline of what?
when things are going to happen.
Oh, yeah,
and
Yeah,
this-
because
the
she
death.
watches such formulaic movies. She just has to
Well,
like predict.
she knows
when.
when things are gonna happen. So like the camera.
So
Well,
she's sitting there in her mind noting down when she thinks like, oh, I think this person's gonna die at this time.
no, there's
Yeah.
only one death.
Why?
There's
No,
only one
oh,
death.
When
So-
the person is going to
Oh, I
die.
see.
Yeah.
So this person's gonna get chased at this time, and this person's gonna get chased at this time,
Yeah.
but the killer won't catch anybody until
Well,
this time.
the one
Yeah.
death is the killer. He dies.
Oh, okay. So
He's a very bad killer. He accidentally killed himself.
oh,
Yeah.
It's like
That
Tucker
sucks.
and Dale versus Evil,
yeah,
But in reverse.
but in reverse.
and nobody dies.
You know what? There should be a movie where there's like a group of friends who keep like showing up in situations where there's like a killer trying to murder them, and the killers always wind up accidentally off themselves.
Yeah.
We should make that movie.
It would be
Same-
a reverse.
no, it's
Tucker
one
and Dale.
dude. One dude, a bunch of killers, and the killers keep accidentally. Oh wait, no, it's describing smoking aces.
Sometimes I felt like the killer. Sometimes I want to be the killer.
Bad.
Nice and edgy.
Downstairs, I could hear something fall. I slowly sit up from my comfort position I've made to enjoy the new movie. But
You have to
Nick
make
gets
your own
you,
position to enjoy
Nick
this movie.
Gets you and motions for me to sit down.
God, how did you write that sentence and think it was okay? I slowly sit up from my comfort position. You've already
Down.
got an error.
Yeah,
I've
she's
made to enjoy. No,
That-
you're
that-
already wrong.
No, that's
The
what I
new
said.
movie,
She had to
it's
make
not
her
new.
own
Nick
her own
gets
comfort
you,
position.
No, and motions for me to sit down.
Assuming comfort position,
Yeah.
enjoying movie,
Yeah. Nick
Take me
will-
to your leader.
jerking
Teach-
off Nick.
Constructing
Teach me
mental
how to
timeline.
love. Teach me how to love.
Teach me how to, Dougie.
What? I
Get,
was gonna say, what is my purpose?
give Nick
Pass
a
butter.
handy.
Oh
Like,
God.
like Nick's just programmed. Also, now we're in the story because Nick gets you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Maybe Nick gets it. Well,
Reaches
maybe...
out of the story and grabs you.
Ow.
One day still donut.
Get
Yes.
sucked into the story.
Into the creepypasta.
Can they survive the Don't Breath Killer? Hint.
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
For anyone except this chick can survive the Don't Breath Killer.
Hey, fucking retard.
Anyone but the crazy gothic bitch.
It's okay, I've watched this movie before.
He leaves the room and goes downstairs. I continue to watch the movie alone. After 30 minutes, I sigh and laugh. Ha! He must know I always win at who can be the best hunter?
Eh?
I get up from the bed and run through my head the possible things he could do when I walk downstairs.
Oh, there we
Yeah,
go.
like
again.
From 200 yards.
Yeah. She's trying to think. What are all the things that he might do when I walk downstairs? Like it's just stairs in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, walk down the stairs at school. He could jump out of a locker. That's
I really hope he
along
doesn't
the stairs.
breath.
I leave the room and leave all the lights
Oh,
off.
she left all the lights off? That is suck a
What?
clish.
Wait.
It gives me a rush.
Oh, yeah.
Saving
Lights
money on electricity bills.
Shit, yeah.
It's my thing, baby.
That's what I needed.
I slide down the rail to the bottom of my steps.
She didn't even go down stairs. She slid down the rail.
Mm-hmm. So cash.
I stop moving and slow my breathing, listening amply.
Amply. Nice.
Eh?
Nothing.
What a good sentence.
Can you do that like a Canadian?
Nothing. He's gotten good. Me and him have been friends for as long as I can remember.
Can we not go into this right now?
I do recall the day we first associated with each
what
other.
a bad
Boop,
way to
I
describe
am a robot.
Yeah,
I
when I
associate
first-
with human.
I remember when I imprinted on Nicholas, human
Yeah.
number 56244.
Human 6244. Would you like to be my friend?
Beginning of 3rd grade, I do believe. I was messing with the skittish little girls dressed
the
like they
fuck
were
up. We
going
don't
to
care
a
about your
fancy
friendship.
dinner, chasing them around with a little earthworm.
Oh, no,
I
that
always
Earthworm
stuck
Jim.
out, fascinated with death,
Earthworms.
almost
Death.
like an obsession. I was chasing them when everyone left to go inside. I stayed out putting the worm back.
Shut the
What?
fuck
Okay,
up. No one
these
cares about your
sentences are
fucking
so
worm.
bad. Almost like an obsession is not a
Man,
sentence.
what a random memory. What a random access memory.
Oh my
Getting
God.
she's a
Oh.
robot.
You know what? You know what it is? Maybe.
Coolman 6642.
By the time I realized everyone left, the doors into the building were locked.
Okay,
Are
so
we
wait a minute.
seriously
Wait a minute.
still talking about this memory?
Hang on a second. Are you telling me that the teachers didn't check to see if there was anyone still outside? They just fucking locked a girl outside. They didn't do a
to be
head
fair,
count or anything. They just said,
when
fuck
we were
you.
in 4th grade, the doors would lock on their own. That said, that's still bad teachers.
That's
They
terrible.
didn't even
teachers.
look around the playground before bringing everyone back in.
Well,
They looked around,
No.
they were like, fucking Nikki, let's pull one over on her.
Yeah. That girl, she's obsessed with death. Fuck her.
she likes earthworms. Fuck earthworms. Fuck her. She's getting locked out today.
But their Nick was
Their Nick was what?
Wrong there.
What did their Nick do?
my savior.
How did he save you?
Was he your savior and their Nick? What else? I mean, what was his name?
That's how it always has been.
Wow, that's nice.
What, how did he even
She's a
save
nice,
you?
she's a nice,
But-
strong female character who describes her male best friend as her savior.
But wait, what did he even do to save her? Did he unlock
He
the
kicked
doors?
down the door
Oh,
and shot a bunch of people.
Yeah, there's no
It doesn't
details.
say,
Nick was just there, and
Yeah,
Guys, it's
he-
about to get very, very good.
I look around the dark that clocked my whole house.
Ow, I guess.
Yeah, this house is alive. Remember? It's
I mean,
like,
yeah,
oh,
that's right.
God.
She's gotta
I
beat
didn't
it.
realize house abuse is a serious crime. Most people forget to feed their house, which is why the
It's-
parents are making sure to
Yeah,
leave some
yeah.
food for the house. But somebody just clocked the house. Like that's some Michael Vick shit right there.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Don't punch your house. That's not cool.
Don't do it.
I didn't realize
Yeah,
we
it's-
were in
it-
Monster
it-
House.
It's a domestic living abuse situation.
Yeah.
Domestic living abuse.
I walked into my kitchen and jump around the corner yelling, "Boo!"
Oh, I thought you jumped around saying, "Jump around!"
Jump up, jump up,
Jump up and get down.
He wasn't
Top of the
there.
morning to you.
Okay, then. I look around and something catches my eye. Did the little shit go outside?
What caught your eye?
My back door was open slightly, and I looked outside.
Oh ho ho.
The moon was up full, bathing
fuck up,
everything
Blake.
outside in a pale light.
Good sentence.
I closed
Okay, you were
the
thinking
door.
it too, Matt. I know you were.
I close the door and lock it. Well, he has grown up.
What?
Gotten better.
Yeah.
I continue to walk around my house, checking in unusual places that I wouldn't think he would hide.
Is he in the? Is he inside this roll of toilet paper? No.
Yeah. Is he in the fireplace? No.
Is he in the TV? Better pop that flat screen open and find out.
Yeah. Are you inside the shoebox? Oh no, nobody. Oh, weird.
I do stop at my basement door.
I do.
Has-
Predictable by me.
yeah.
I usually stop at it.
She does.
Yeah.
She do stop it there.
Yeah, it's kind of like OCD. I can't not stop at it, actually. The basement where everyone goes down and trips or falls on something looking back at the killer.
That sounds
Huh?
like a cliché if I ever heard one.
That is suck a cliché.
Yeah,
right
that
there.
Is
right
it?
there
I don't even
is
know what
such
that
a cliché.
means.
Like in horror movies.
You
You
trip or fall on something looking back at the killer. So is that something looking at
Yeah.
the killer?
Yeah, the something's
So
looking at the
I'm
killer.
standing in the basement looking up the stairs at the killer, and I'm tripping Connor.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't tell you how many horror movies I've seen that in.
I smile and open the door and run down the stairs and yell.
Because she fell down the stairs.
Yeah.
She tripped
Oh.
on Nick.
Nick! Hey, good one. You are getting better, that's for sure.
Huh, the
No,
basement,
she-
yeah.
Your tripping
she didn't-
skills have gotten much better.
No, she didn't say, "Hey, good one." She said, "Hey, good one."
Hey,
that's-
good
that's-
one.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's-
good looking.
Oh, hey,
what you
True
got
Bloods.
cooking?
There's a few good ones left.
But no one came out to claim bragging rights. I sigh, and in the little
Wait.
sight I had, I couldn't see anyone more or less Nick.
Wait, why would he be bragging? He just got. If you did find him, then he'd lose.
I think.
Also,
I don't think you know what the phrase "more or less" means.
there's a bunch of people in our basement, but all of them, they're pretty far from what Nick looks like.
I think what you meant was I couldn't see anyone, let alone Nick. Not more or less Nick.
Yeah. Are you Nick? Oh wait, no, you're female. Are you-
No, they're just approximately Nick, and she couldn't see them.
Oh. All my parents kept down here were stupid dolls and girly
You
things I never
stupid
wanted in
dolls.
the first place. I wasn't their girly daughter.
Yeah, I was her manly daughter.
I was me. I look around at the little stoned face dolls.
Oh,
Dude, whoa.
Yeah, she has that. She has that rare limited edition Snoop Dogg as a baby doll.
Yeah, it's a Snoop Dogg Cabbage Patch Kid.
That's some good shit. That's some good shit.
Their little beady blue eyes all looking back at me. I'm actually getting a little creeped out.
Yeah, we aren't.
I'll just go back and watch the movie. Tell it like it is.
We aren't.
Yeah. I run up the stairs and look behind me in the dark. A doll fell on the floor.
Oh no.
Its face shattered into little pieces in a huge scope across the floor.
That
Shit,
doll
what do
ain't
you mean
stone
in
no
the
more.
huge scope? What does that mean?
Your sentence was, well, not okay, but your sentence could have been fine after into little pieces. And then it just kept going. I walk up the rest of the stair and close the doors
what?
behind me.
The one
Oh,
The
that- yeah,
stairs.
basement's
The
one
one step.
giant
It's
step.
one big step.
Yeah, it's basically just a sheer cliff.
Yeah, it's just like a wedge.
Yeah.
Most likely, he's waiting for me to go outside. I run back upstairs, planning to go to my parents' room, but I stop at my door, now closed. I open it, expecting to see my room as I have always seen it.
I really like earlier when it says "stop at my door." There's that like space there just before the comma.
Oh, yeah.
I can feel the tension in that badly
Space.
placed space.
Yeah. Stuff was knocked over and broken.
No!
My
Not
bed
stuff.
sheets thrown.
My HD DVD player!
My bed sheets thrown across the room and my
What?
mirror
Who
shattered.
throws bed sheets across the room anyway?
Wait. I go into my room with my moth ajar.
She's letting her moth out at last.
Ow? I don't know.
No,
She's
dude.
like the poster of Silence of the Lambs, you know? She's
Oh.
got the mouth and it's ajar.
No.
It's a moth.
I was thinking that she's got a moth in a jar. Now she's letting it out. The jar has become a jar. She's letting the moth out.
No, the moth is a jar, though.
Oh my God! What if the moth is a jar? What if there's supposed to be
We're
a
all
space there?
jars. We're all jars.
Yeah,
when
what
we-
if we're all
when we get
jars?
down to it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you think about it, there's a little jar in all of us.
What? Why didn't I hear this? I yelled. I didn't hear any of this during the movie. Could I zone out that
Well,
much?
I mean, you did sleep for like six
yeah,
and a
I
half
did fall
hours.
asleep for 6.5. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nick could have robbed my
She
house
checked
blind
her-
if he wanted to.
she checked her room 6.5 hours ago. And then now she's confused why she didn't hear anything happen.
Well, she was
You
asleep
know.
for
When
six.
she went upstairs, was her room door open?
I think it's supposed to be implied that her room door was open when they
But-
went to watch the movie.
But they didn't say that.
Yeah.
She just walks on by.
Look,
Yeah,
you
she
know
walks
what?
by her room and then her bedroom.
So there's a perfectly reasonable explanation here.
All of this should have made a large amount of sound.
Should have, could have, would
I
have.
leave my room. I leave my room quickly and shut my door quickly.
and go down the hallway quickly.
Quickly.
How,
I
how do
walked to
people
my-
still make that mistake? Should have.
Yeah.
I walk to my parents' room
Quickly.
and calm my breathing, shutting their door.
Quickly.
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 I'll just wait for him here.
Quickly.
Quickly. I look at the TV.
Quickly.
Quickly.
Yeah. It's like the in bed thing.
Yeah,
You read a
in bed,
fortune
Right.
cookie, you say in bed at the end. You just read a fortune cookie and you say quickly.
Quickly at the end, yeah.
It's just you will go shopping quickly.
Yeah. You will soon uncover many secrets. Quickly.
Learn
The-
Chinese quickly.
The monochrome credits rolling down the street. The monochrome. The monochrome
projector.
credits rolling down the screen quickly and quietly.
And quickly.
You know,
And quickly.
Yeah.
well, you see,
No.
Connor was actually right. You see, it's this thing that they do in the town where they attach a projector to a helicopter and run it down the street. So if you want to watch a movie, you have to follow it.
Yeah.
It's really dangerous.
You start at a drive-in theater, but you actually have to like turn your car
Follow
on and
the
drive
movie.
down the
They
street.
actually
to follow the movie.
in Hanover, Pennsylvania, in the town of Hanover in Pennsylvania, they had this problem of people driving down the street and watching movies on Netflix on their phone. So to combat that, what they're doing is they're doing movie showings on the street,
Yeah.
where
So
they
you
have a
watch the
helicopter
road.
projecting it so that you can watch the road.
And you know what? And you know what?
I'm
That's
watching
why the-
Breaking Bad while driving.
You know what? That's why the town of Hanover has such a low population.
Yeah.
No music played. Quickly. With frustration, I walk over and in a mild, violent fashion, I snatched the disc and slapped a new one in from Nick's pile of
What?
DVDs.
Did
I'm
she,
so
Launch
mad
it.
I'm gonna watch another movie.
did she even
Lo-
take it out?
launching-
She just snatched it.
Launching mild violence protocol.
Yeah.
Ugh. Beep boop. I am mad.
What is this feeling I am feeling? I pressed the play button, surprised at the fact I didn't break it.
Whoa,
Wow.
there's so many things wrong with
I'd
that
like to
fucking
hope
thing.
your DVD player is a little tougher than
No,
you know,
dude, she's
breaking
surprised
at the
she didn't
slightest
break it.
touch.
Like, her DVD player was going at like 500 miles per hour, and she was like, oh shit, if I like hit the brakes now, it's gonna crash.
Yeah, it will crash.
Oh yeah, I see. Break it.
Quickly.
I didn't even notice that. Yeah.
Yeah.
With a huff, I sit on the bed.
With a huff and a puff.
She's getting stoned with the dolls tonight.
After God knows how long, Nick still hasn't shown up.
Back to the present.
I was still mad.
Back to the past.
Why hasn't he come back yet?
Back to the present.
I jump when I hear a huge bang at the door that shook the frame.
First present, then past.
My heart raced at a rapid pace.
Now-
Past tense.
Or their heart's running away.
I get up and with my fist tightly closed at my side, slam the door open.
Back to the present.
Final verdict.
Garbage.
Please redo.
Please
Alright.
undo.
Alright, we enter the.
Noticed that my
Mickey
first
dude.
time reading this. Jesus.
Alright, we enter the denouement of this story, and it's amazing.
Nick! Nick! I didn't hear anything else some from down the hallway.
God, what happened?
Some what?
You had like a stroke during the beginning of the story. I guess. Now that I think about it, yeah.
But after I stood there for a few minutes, I did hear a voice.
A few minutes, you just stood there?
Yep.
Again, I don't think authors... I need... Like, seriously, if you're going to write a scene where you're going to put timing, like, after I stood there for a few minutes, think about how long a few minutes is. If you mean, let's say 2 minutes, okay, that's 120 seconds. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. Now imagine that 30 times. I mean, you say you stood there for a few minutes. 2 minutes, I wouldn't consider a few minutes.
What?
You're talking about standing there for a really long time before you hear
Yeah,
a voice.
why do people have such a hard problem with timing in their stories? They
Like, you could've
kiss
just
for
said-
5 minutes.
You could have
they
said, but
stand
after
there
a
for
few moments, I did hear a voice. That would work because a few moments, that could be short, that could be long, and it works. But after a few minutes, that gives you a clear definition that it's going to be more than like 2 minutes.
She's just gonna be sitting there. She's just gonna be standing there. She's like,
So I
know,
didn't hear
I'm-
anything in the hallway,
I'm-
and I stood there in silence
Yeah,
for more than 2
she's
minutes.
just hanging out there. She's just like, well, I can't go downstairs. I can't go
Yeah, right.
upstairs. I might as well just stand here.
Yeah.
Alright.
I also like that she saw that her room was trashed and then did nothing about it. She just closed her door.
Yeah, and she went to go watch movies.
Hey, none of this bothers you, does it?
Oh,
Of this bother you? Bothers you? Does this bother you?
Is
So
he a
spooky.
robot?
Scary.
Is he...
So
he's
spooky.
winding down.
He's
None of
winding-
this bothers.
None of this.
Oh my god, the plot twist, Nick is also a robot.
Yeah, exactly.
They're both
Everyone's a
robots.
robot.
This is Wall-E,
Oh,
the
man.
stupid version.
This is this is an adaptation of Matt's favorite movie, Robots.
Oh yeah, this is
Oh,
an
yeah.
adaptation of my favorite movie, Robots.
I breath deeply and run downstairs.
No, don't!
Don't breath.
Oh,
Breath, I mean!
Yeah, she just signed her own death warrant with that breath.
Ah,
no, she signed her own. I guess you could say she signed her own breath warrant.
yeah.
By the way,
Oh,
I think it'd be
brr, 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 brr.
really great if the police could issue death warrants.
Yeah. I go back into the living room and Nick's there on the couch.
Oh,
Quietly.
there you go. Quickly, quietly, there
He
you go.
does not move. I walk over to him and sigh with relief.
Oh, he got unplugged. That's what happened. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
You scared me. You're going to clean up my room, right? Nick?
Yeah, Nick, why'd you trash my... You gotta clean up my... Why would Nick trash your room?
Because he's a bad friend.
Well, I guess he does
He's a
call
good
her a
robot,
crazy
but a
gothic.
bad friend.
Bob.
This will be a hilarious joke.
Yeah, but Bob, regular friends, will come out and they'll watch a movie with you and hang out. True friends will trash your room and piss on
Yeah.
your grave.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your real, bad friends, normal friends will, they'll come over and call your parents Mr. and Mrs. last name, but your real friends will call them mom and pop. Just like bad friends will come over and watch movies with you, while really great friends will kill you in your sleep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Faintly in the little bit of moonlight that sneaked into the darkness of my house,
Faintly in that what?
I jumped back and I felt very weak. Nick was looking at me with a smile on his face.
Aw.
He was only smiling because pins held the fake smile in place.
Aw.
Nick, when'd you get a piercing?
Yeah. His eyes were looking at me unmoving.
Great, that's just how people look
Oh
at
my
each other.
gosh! Oh my gosh! Wait!
I grab one of the blankets from the closet upstairs and I clock it over him.
Bam! Right in the Thurston kisser.
There's something so wrong with that. The fact that she ran upstairs to get a towel, or a blanket rather, and then she runs back and just throws it as hard as she can at him.
She clocks it over him.
Bam.
What do you think the word clock means?
Anything
As
and
a verb.
everything.
You can just use it. I clocked quickly down the stairs.
It's a universal verb, man.
Yeah.
Whenever you need a verb,
the
and you
univerb.
don't know what it
The
is,
univerb.
stick clock in there, and you can add quickly on the end of anything.
Yeah. What? Who? I grab my arms and I try not to cry, but I fail.
My God, she gives herself the double arm squeeze.
I tried so
That's
hard
suicide. You'll
and
die.
got so far.
Yeah, death is so fascinating.
Well, then again,
No matter how he clocks.
Yeah. Why could someone watch movies and wish to be killer but sees this and...
God. Fuck. Breaks down.
I turn my head away from Nick's
Oh,
By
you
the way,
gotta
I like
put the brakes
breaks
down.
down.
We're gonna crash.
Yeah.
By the way, the description of this guy, Bob, I think he's supposed to be like kind of, and maybe he is an interior decorator. He's kind of, he smiles and laughs in a high, uncontrollable fashion.
He's just a really
Breaks
kooky guy.
down?
He's a real fop. He's like, ah.
He's what a wacky fella, you know.
Yeah.
I turn
Don't
my
mess
head
with me,
away from
motherfucker.
Nick's body. And young man I could believe be in his mid-20s was standing only a few meters behind
What the
me.
fuck happened to these sentences? They didn't used
I
to
don't
be
know.
this bad.
Well, that's
I mean,
because
they were pretty bad, but they weren't this bad.
Well, that's because at this point she's writing with one hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Jesus.
takes a step in my direction and I take one back.
One
Motherfucker.
Give it back here.
That's my step, bitch.
One
He
step
clocks a step
forward
in
and
my
two
direction.
step
Well, yeah,
back.
Well, no, they're doing a waltz.
Yeah.
He was smiling and laughing in a high, uncontrollable fashion.
Ha ha.
Ha ha! I'm Mickey Mouse,
Ha
bitch.
ha ha ha. Uncontrollable.
He walked towards me and I realize I'm going to die.
That's nice.
I turned to run, but I forgot one thing. Don't turn your back on the enemy.
Way
They
to go,
taught me
you
that in
retard.
military school. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
A knife goes straight into my knee and I fall to the ground, trying not to give him the satisfaction of my
Wow.
crying out in pain.
What in the...
Oh my
What?
god!
Are you
Okay.
kidding me? He just stabbed you through the knees.
She is so tough. She gets stabbed through the knee, which is probably that's got to be one of the most painful injuries I think you could ever have inflicted upon you. You know?
I was about to mention that she cried when she saw Nick earlier, but then I feel like I just need to go back for a second. Did he read her mind?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Why can someone watch movies and wish to be killer, but sees this and
breaks
somehow from that he knew what the rest of the sentence was going to be? Because I couldn't tell you, because that was nonsense. But still, he
Because
read
he can
her
read
mind
minds. Yeah, he reads minds.
and said breaks down. But still, she's crying at that, but she's trying not to cry at this. She's gonna fail. She got
Well, no,
stabbed
no.
through the fucking knees.
I mean, keep in mind, I mean, we're talking there's a bunch of tendons there. I mean, this would, like, destroy your kneecap, sever all that cartilage and all. I mean, this would be so excruciatingly painful, you'd probably black out.
If you were, I don't know, you could be trained to resist torture, and you probably would still either cry or black out.
Well, it's only one knee, you know. If it were both.
If it were both, then yeah.
then that.
Also-
Yeah, if he clocked her in both knees,
Yeah,
that'd be
yeah.
a problem. But just the one.
He closed the gap in between us and finally stops laughing.
Like, so he threw the knife.
He leans down. Yeah, he did throw the knife.
Oh.
He leans down and stabs me with another knife straight into my other leg.
Oh,
fuck
see,
it.
yeah, there's the other one.
Oh, that's the other knee. Oh, yeah. I muffle a cry. See, it took both knees, but she's almost about to do it. I muffle a cry, and he leans into my ear and whispers to me.
Should I do this in the high voice or the voice I used before?
The high voice.
If I fail to kill you, don't let me know you're alive, because I will finish the job. Like you're gonna call up the killer and be like, hey, by the way, you didn't kill me, bitch.
I'm
I will-
still standing. Better than I ever did, motherfucker.
I will cut off your head and shit down your neck. No. And decorate the house with your blood. 2 periods. Oh, by the way, there were 5 earlier.
And 5 before that.
If I see you breathing, I will stop it quickly.
I nod, and as he reached for me so he could finish the job, but suddenly I pull out a knife and stab him right in the neck.
Jesus
I can't
Christ! How can you
Right.
even move? You have 2
Like-
knives in your both kneecaps.
Don't worry, she has a 3rd knife ready to go to stab him in the neck.
Yeah. I quickly
hold-
pull out the other
Oh, no,
knife.
I guess it's the second one
Yeah,
of the knives.
you-
Okay.
I mean,
quickly-
like 2 knives through the knees. I can't get over that. I mean, like, Iko Uias wouldn't be able to get up from that.
But listen to this.
I quickly pull out the other knife and I ignore the gruesome pain.
Just listen.
Here, I'm gonna punch you in the face, and I want you to just completely ignore the pain.
Okay.
Boom!
Ooh. I stumble up the
Nothing.
She
stairs.
It's
goes
fine. He
up
doesn't even
the
feel it.
stairs with
I
two
stumble up the
broken
stairs
knees.
trying to maintain my balance so I'm not one of the girls that gets killed for tripping.
You have no kneecaps. You should not be able to walk, much less upstairs.
She's walking on like her. She's actually walking where her knees are. Like the bottom part of her leg is just flopping around. She's walking on
Guys,
the.
she's walking on sunshine. Whoa.
I can never get over that. She gets stabbed through both kneecaps and somehow has enough stamina and pain resistance to walk upstairs because she doesn't want to be one of those girls that gets killed for tripping.
No. See, before the battle, she took like 6 or 7 fortify health potions. She's fine.
Yeah.
I was thinking
And
she
I'm like
just,
6 or 7 leaves, you know?
I was thinking she's just the prophet from Lifeweb, you know? She just can't
Pills
feel
here.
pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I manage to make it upstairs, and right before I can reach for my cell phone, I feel hands around my neck. I could feel the sicking motion of his hands tightening.
Don't call it a comeback.
Sicking.
Oh, this
Yeah.
whole
Yeah,
story is
sicking.
making me pretty sicking right now.
Sicking. Like I said,
So
don't
what
call it a
did
comeback.
sicking mean? Sicking before we decided meant
Sickening.
it was the
Nauseating.
It was nauseating, but is this a nauseating motion of his hands?
I don't fucking know, man.
I don't.
He's going to break my neck.
Stop, neck.
Consistency.
Yeah. I smile as I feel his hands move away for a moment, only to dig a knife deep into my chest.
Okay, so you've been stabbed in 2 knees.
She
knees
should be
and
able
her
to walk
heart.
this one off, dude. She walked off her kneecaps getting destroyed. She
She doesn't give him the satisfaction.
Yeah.
Where my heart is.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Yeah. I fall into the floor.
Whoa!
Whoa!
She goes through it.
Deadly
Yeah,
viral
it's
trend
like,
clipping.
This house has people in
Oh,
it.
oh my
Yeah,
god!
she's
You know
halfway
what?
into the floor.
He's Freddy. She's in a dream right now. She's
Oh,
falling
I
into
was
the
thinking
floor.
this house has people in it.
Yeah. He's got to run downstairs and grab a mattress to,
To try to
support her when
catch her,
she
yeah.
falls into the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boomy the cat is coming.
I fall into the floor and hold my hand over my chest. Death works in weird ways, I suppose.
Oh, the callback.
He still fascinates me even if the life he is taking is mine.
Oh, shut up.
I'm dying and I still
Oh
have
my
time
God.
to be...
Wait, no, she
asshole.
should have died the instant the knife went into her heart.
No, she's got time.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Yorick.
can feel my blood pool around me.
Blood
Warm.
pools everything around me.
Blood pools everything around me.
Warm, full of life.
Don't breath.
He whispers.
I burst out laughing loudly. You still don't
Wait,
know how you
oh-
spell that?
Also, guys, categories? Books?
Animals.
Animals?
Computers and internet.
Alright, none of those things were in this story.
Yeah, none of them. I don't know
Yeah,
why this
like-
was in any of those.
I just
If
like...
you- and like,
Can we scroll to
there's
the very
one
bottom?
comment.
There's one comment that I feel like sums up... This comment sums up the entire
Terminal
story.
Dogma got this exactly right.
Terminal Dogma.
Yeah.
Breathe.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That was the
He
only
wrote
problem
asterisk
here.
Breathe, which got turned into a bullet point, but still.
That was the...
Asterisk
Also-
breathe.
Also, did you notice one of these creepypastas is just Google's chilling effects page? Read more, chilling effects. Read more about this DMCA violation at chillingeffects.org.
But no, really, dude. Like, I feel like Terminal Dogma was right here. I mean, like, honestly, can
Yeah, he
you
was
think of
spot
any other
on. That's
stories
all that
here?
needs to be said.
Not other stories. Can you think of any other problems in this story besides breathe? No.
No,
I,
I
can't
mean,
see a
like,
single one.
No, like seriously, the amount of understatement going on there is beautiful because it's like breathe. Yeah, that's in the title, and you've got that wrong, so you have an idea of what's to come.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was Don't Breath.
And I hope you guys never breath again.
Yeah.
Oh man, have you got?
Quickly.
I haven't breathed in so
A
long.
classic creepypasta lost to the annals of time because the creepypasta wiki does their job.
Yeah.
Let's all thank God for that.
Yeah, like every single one of our creepypasta readings is dedicated to the creepypasta wiki.
Rip.
They're
in
mods.
Oh, there goes my.
Oh
alarm
my
clock.
God.
Oh my
Blake's
God,
about to
Blake.
die.
Yeah, he's about to get clocked.
Oh.
Shit!
Oh, he got clogged.
Oh, R.I.P. Blake, he's actually dead. All right,
Oh my
now I'm
God.
gonna go on my trip. I talked about.
All right, guys. I'm
Yeah.
gonna see you later. All right then.
Yep. Bye.
Thanks for watching.